All right, we are live. Welcome to episode 18. All right, 18 episodes in of Coffee and Crypto. My name is Vincent Owens. All right, your host. All right, coming along, your co-host and other host, Travis Pick. All right, super excited to have Travis a part of this. Super excited to have everybody that's tuning in, watching from wherever you are. Let's see where we got. We got San Diego in the building, ATL, Detroit in the building. All right, Florida's in the building, Port Charlotte, right? Mississippi is in the building. ATL is heavy in the building. I know we got Chicago in the building, man. Listen, make sure you drop those cities and states. Also, make sure you send this link out to someone. And if you're seeing this later on YouTube, as we post up the recording, make sure you smash that subscribe button. All right, we are almost to 100 subscribers. We've had the page up for about 2 weeks now, almost to 100. We're literally 3 people away from 100 subscribers. So if you guys can do me one favor, I'm about to go ahead and drop the link for our YouTube channel. I would really appreciate if you don't subscribe to us right now, man. Look, it don't take nothing. It don't take nothing. Look, there's really no energy to press that button and just subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm telling you, it'll absolutely change your life. The information that we give is barred. Like literally, you won't get this information anywhere else. All right, you won't get this information too many other places. All right, and the places that you will get it, it does take a lot of effort, all right, to find the information that we give you on this call. Now, a couple of updates. For our private community, if you're part of the Vincent Owens Group, and you're a private student getting your one-on-one, make sure you guys stay plugged in. All right, we have a lot of students. If you're expecting for me to call you and do this, listen, if I call you, great. If I don't call you, call me. All right, if I don't call you, get into the Discord group. All right, there's way too many students now that we have. We're literally over 50 students right now in the VO group, growing to 100 students, and it's going to get tougher. So we're going to continue to hire on advisors. We're going to continue to build out what we're doing. But ultimately, investing is not it's not our responsibility. It's your responsibility. You showing up and getting this information is not our responsibility. We show up. It's your responsibility to show up every Tuesday and Thursday. It's your responsibility to go back and watch the recording. It's your responsibility to show up on time for your one-on-one strategy session. If you feel like you need a strategy, you need a coach, you need a one-on-one mentor, someone that can walk you through this cryptocurrency space. If you're one of those people that's on here right now, you're like, man, I've been trying, I haven't had the success. Listen, we've had the success. All right, and we're going to continue to grow our portfolios so that we can continue to have the greatest success. This show right here is going to be one of the greatest shows on earth for cryptocurrency. I promise you. You guys are just here in the beginning. You guys are just here while we're at episode number 18 today. So super excited. Remember, subscribe, click the like, and share these videos with friends and family, because we don't want for them to miss out on this information. Because the one thing they're going to say is, man, why didn't you tell me about this cryptocurrency thing, man? Why did you invest and not reach out to me and tell me that, hey, coffee and crypto is happening, right? That's what people are going to ask you. And you don't want to be the person to be like, look, I didn't think you was interested. Like, don't be that person. Never assume that people don't want this information. Send this out to them so that we can grow this community, but then also they can grow within this community, because that's very important. Something that I took away from Steve Harvey, listening to that interview with Earn Your Leisure. This is my second time listening to it, and I'm going to listen to it again today, right? I listen to things over and over. And something that I got from that was, he said, invest now. All right, invest freely. All right, you got to invest today, and you got to invest freely. Scared money doesn't make any money. I didn't make multiple 5 figures in crypto, almost 6 figures. I didn't hit that milestone in my life, my first milestone in crypto, without investing, in 2019, investing early, but then also investing freely. Now, something I wish I had did a lot more of was investing freely, right? Investing often, but freely, all right? Because in 2019, when I first got into this market, and I want to share my screen with you all before we really get into, because you already know, like, we bring nothing but content. So we have content, but some of these calls are super special to me, and they mean a lot. They mean a whole lot to me. And this is one of those calls that really I feel like is going to do a lot for you all. Okay, now let's go to coin market cap. Let's go over this. All right, we're at over 20. So guys, we're at over 20,000 different coins right now. We're at a $946 billion market cap. So on our way back to $1 trillion market cap. All right, the crypto market as a whole is down 0.5% right now for the day. Bitcoin is at 20,000. So we're still at that 20,000 marker, right? That level of support. Ethereum's back up to 12. You know, everything. USDT still hasn't got back to $1 yet. XRP's at 34 cents, up 6% in the last 7 days. So a lot of great content and bullish content has come out for XRP. All right, so there's a lot of information that we're going to share today when it comes in regards to XRP, right? Now check the Cardano as well, guys. I mean, it's down 1 point, but you're at 48 cents. Cardano's a great project. All right, there's a lot of great things coming out about Cardano, but XRP is one of the ones that we're going to focus on today in XDC as well. All right, now what I want to do is I want to pull up XRP. I want to show you all when I first started buying it. Now it's at 35 cents a day. All right, but when I first started buying XRP, it was in 2019. All right, 2019. Let's go back, right? So I started buying it in 2019. I remember my first day. I was with Anointed Ali. We was at the beach. This was probably around like March, right? So I first started buying it when it was at like 31 cents. It's at 35 cents a day. I first started buying it when it was around 31 cents, right? Then it dropped down in December of 2019 down to 19 cents. We were accumulating. Then I remember when it hit 14 cents. All right, now here's the thing. I want to talk to you guys about, let's zoom in, right? I want to talk to you guys about right here. All right, I want to tell you guys what was going on in my life. So back during this time, what was going on in my life was I was in I had a lot of capital, right? But I was blowing it on the wrong things. I was like 27 years old, 28. And so I was in the cannabis industry. So you guys know how cannabis is. You can make a handsome living, right? You can make a handsome living selling cannabis, but what I didn't do is I didn't make a handsome investment, right? I made a handsome living, but I wasn't investing freely and often, right? And so here's the thing. 2019 came around, okay? 2019 came around, okay? And so when 2019 came around, when it hit 14 cents, right? When the market hit 14 cents in 2020, I was not buying XRP, okay? What was I doing? I was in the club. I was doing different things and I started to run out of capital. I started to run out of money. And so if I had took that money that I was making in 2019 and I didn't go and spend it on foolish things at that moment, my life would have been a lot different. I actually had the capital back then. Now, here's the thing. I share that with you all because you got to understand that that's a lesson. And I learned my lesson. And that's why I invest often now, right? It's not, I invest freely, but I invest often. See, the thing about it that I was missing in 2019, 2020 was I was not investing often. I did invest freely when I put the money in, and I did invest early. I did invest while I was young, but it was the often part. A lot of you all are going to miss this chance for wealth because you are not investing often. And so then comes the thing of, oh, well, I don't have the money, right? Well, check this out. Some of you all have things that you go and get like Starbucks coffee in the morning. Every morning, you go and get some coffee from Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, someplace. You go and get coffee. You go and get tea. You go and spend money on water. All right, you go and do that, but you don't take a percentage of you don't say, you know what? Let me not go invest on this beautiful morning. And I'm going to take this $7 and I'm going to go put it into XRP, right? So I believe that that is the biggest hang up for most investors. So now we fast forward to where the market went up to what? The market went up to, XRP hit a high of $1.83, right? And I remember, man, we were running 2021. We was excited. We were so excited. And then here's the crash. 2021, we were praying that the market would come back to 20 cents. We were praying that XRP would come back down into the 30 cents underneath $1. And now that it's at 34 cents, 31 cents, Some of you all that are going to watch this and watching it right now are not investing now, freely, and often. And I want to inspire each and every one of you all to do that. Welcome to Coffee and Crypto, the #1 cryptocurrency show in the world. My name is Vincent Owens, your host, here with my other host, Travis Pick. How you feeling this morning, brother? I think you're on mute. Hold on, you muted, bro. Can you unmute? I think you muted, bro. We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Yeah, I'm feeling amazing, bro. I'm feeling blessed. I'm feeling supernatural. I got some heat for you guys today, folks. I got some heat for you guys.
Absolutely. Me too. Me too. And so let's make sure that all notifications are turned off on our computers. You know what I mean? That way that we have a great sound. But yeah, guys, super excited to have you all. You know, super excited to have you all here on Coffee and Crypto. You know, if this is your first time on the call, drop a 1 in the chat box. Love to see if there's any new people in the building. If there's any new people, drop a 1 in the chat box. We just want to make sure that we say welcome. Welcome to each and every one of you all. This is our private community. If you were invited here, it was because somebody believed in you. It was because somebody, you know, wanted you to be here. And if this is not your first time and you're back, here's the question. Why haven't you sent this link out to somebody? You come here all the time. Why haven't you sent this link out to somebody? Right? There should be nothing but ones being dropped in the chat. So send this link out to somebody next time. Yo, shout out to O'Neal for being on the call. I can't say your first name, so I'm not gonna butcher it. Shout out to O'Neal being on the call. All right, what I'm gonna do right now before we actually get into this bullish content is I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Or I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Have you all been investing freely and often? Drop a 2 in the chat box if you can say that you have. Don't lie to yourself. You're lying to you. Drop a 7 if you haven't. If you have not been investing freely and often, drop a 7. If you have been investing freely and often, drop a 2. Right? Just want to check the. I want to check the temperature. I want to check the temperature. Right? So perfect. So it's a lot of 2s. Right? A lot of 2s. Okay. Often. So here's another question. What's your definition of freely and often? Do you have a plan? Right? See, in the Vincent Owens Group, what we teach people is how to create a plan. I tell people it's one thing to invest in crypto. Some of you all are just buying stuff. Don't know the price, don't know, just buying. You just buying and accumulating. That's not the way to do it. What you want to do, all right, dollar cost averaging is one thing, but that's not it. That's really not even it. You need to know specifically for every coin that you're investing into, you need to have a plan, an entry and an exit plan. Those entry and exit plans, we teach you in the Vincent Owens Group on our private sessions. We talk about how many coins you need to have, at what price we predict that it would go to in order for you to reach your 6 figures in that coin, in order for you to reach 50K in that coin, in order for you to make an extra 10K in that coin. We set those goals alongside DCA, right? DCA is just a strategy, but the strategy don't mean a damn thing if you don't have goals, if you don't have a vision, because people without a vision shall perish, and an investment portfolio without a vision will perish. Believe it or not, right? So let's go ahead and dive into this content today. All right, Travis said he's coming bullish. Listen, I'm coming bullish too. So it's about to be a super bullish day. Now, the first thing that we're going to dive into, all right, is Twitter. Okay, we're going to dive into Twitter. Okay, and I want to start this call off like this right here. All right, we gotta hear from good old, where's this video? There he is. We got to hear from good old Gary. All right. A call ain't a call unless Gary. All right. A call is not a call unless we got a call is not a call unless we got.
I was gonna play this video.
Yep. A call is not a call without good old Gary. All right. I don't know what that was. Give us a second, family.
This is a highly speculative asset class. We've known this for a long time. The ups and downs of this speculative asset class, Bitcoin, and hundreds of other tokens. And many of these tokens offer the investing public, or the investing public is hoping, I should say, hoping for a return. Just like when they invest in other financial assets we call securities. And many of these financial assets, crypto financial assets, have the key attributes of a security. So some of them, they're under the Securities and Exchange Commission. Some, like Bitcoin, and that's the only one, Jim, I'm going to say, because I'm not going to talk about any one of these tokens, but sure, my predecessors and others said they're a commodity. Working together, there's two great market regulators in this country. I have the honor to chair the CFTC, a terrific agency. I have the honor now to chair the Securities and Exchange Commission. A little bit different remits, a little bit different approaches, but working together with the banking regulators as well. There's work to be done there around what's called stable coins. There's a lot of work to be done to really protect the investing public. And many of these tokens right now, there's a lot of work to be done to really protect the investing public. And many of these tokens right now are trying to operate, they're potentially non-compliant, and I'll leave.
So what a weirdo, right? First off, he always talking, that's the first thing I gotta say, what a weirdo. Like, he always talking about protecting the investing public, right? And there's really not much that I would say that they're doing right now to protect the public, right? And so that was the first one that I wanted to talk about, right? And he talked about Bitcoin being the only one that's a commodity, right? And so so moving forward with what we were talking about, right? Like, so it's crazy how Gary Gensler, it's crazy to me how him and the SEC, how they're really focused on you know, this whole Ripple SEC lawsuit. And so, you know, Ripple is leaving the US if this lawsuit doesn't. So we talked about this, right? They don't have to be in the US, right? They don't have to be in this country, right? This country doesn't get on board, the country gets left behind. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. So we know that it's not going to come down to that, right? So we have to use our logical minds. And so the reason why I like to show that is because he talked about Bitcoin as a commodity, but he also talked about stable coins, right? And then that shifts into what we call CBDCs, right? And so I want to show you guys a couple of pilot projects right now that's happening in the world. All right, continuing the narrative of, you know, our central bank digital currencies right now. Central Bank of Iran to initiate the pilot phase of its digital currency project this summer. All right. So it's gonna be a hot crypto summer, right? Another one is right here. More African central banks are exploring digital currencies. Says,
I want to add something to that, bro.
Okay, go ahead, bro. I had a few more things to show before you.
The Central Bank of Iran, they just applied to join the BRICS nations. Iran.
Yeah, and yep. And exactly. They just joined the BRICS nation, Iran, and it was another country as well, right?
Iran and Argentina. Just applied. They applied. They haven't been accepted yet, but that's a very key thing. That's very interesting right there.
Yep, that's amazing, because the BRICS nation has been the BRICS nation for years. There hasn't been any countries that have been added to the BRICS nation in I don't know how many years, but I know it's been some years. So that's like news that has come out that's really big. And the question is why? You know, why are they joining the BRICS nation? And I believe that we'll probably see other countries that will probably join the BRICS nation as well in the not so distant future, right? And so one last one is Qatar, right? Qatar doubles down on its CBDC plans, right? So doubles down on its CBDC plan. So let's pull this up. Let's pull this article up, right? So the governor of Qatar Central Bank, all right, revealed that the financial institution intends to issue a digital form of its national currency. To do so, it must find the appropriate technology. To do so, it must find the appropriate technology and consider the possible benefits and drawbacks of such an initiative, he added, right? It's still in its foundation stage, right? Launching a CBDC has turned into a mission for numerous global central banks, and Qatar seems to be a part of that club. In a recent appearance, Governor Bandar asserted that such a development is indeed on the agenda, but it will be thoroughly reviewed beforehand. These are his quotes. Many central banks are now considering issue CBDC, and we are not an exception to that, but we are still in the foundation stage. We are evaluating the pros and cons of issuing CBDC and to find the proper and the right technology and platform to issue our CBDC. What platform do y'all think that would be on? Right? I could probably take a wild guess. All right, I could probably take a wild guess, but we won't have to do any guessing today because I'm pretty sure we're going to cover this thing pretty well today. Now, a couple of things I'm pretty sure I just want to say, me and Travis, we've been well on point together. A lot of the information that we have really ties in. So Travis, feel comfortable to hop in as need be, brother. If you see anything that maybe I was missing, that maybe you already had planned, and that's how we'll do that call today, because I believe that today is going to be a big day where we'll cover XRP Ripple. Now, before we get into XRP Ripple and the bullish content, I want to show you guys this video right here from the Digital Asset Investor. It was from another guy, and it talked about crossing the chasm. Listen up, family.
We in terms of cryptocurrencies and the kind of the chat around it right now? Jeremy, where would you want to start?
Yeah, I mean, there's this concept of like a technology adoption life cycle curve, right? And you've seen these charts, right? How long does it take for a new technology to reach like a billion?
Just talking about them, yeah,
or what have you. And there's also this concept of it's like a bell curve, right? You have the early adopters, then you have what you call the chasm, which is like if a technology can cross the chasm from that early adopter to what's called the early majority, that's where you get the like super steep growth. So I think we're like standing right on the precipice of the chasm. There's some things falling in the chasm, and that's going to happen, but there's going to be some things that get across the chasm and that are going to get to 1 billion people. And the like super steep growth. So I think we're like standing right on the precipice of the chasm. There's some things falling in the chasm, and that's going to happen, but there's going to be some things that get across the chasm and that are going to get to 1 billion people. And I think we're probably going to see that over the next couple of years. And so I think what you see here with certainly firms like ours and the amount of capital and intellectual property development and others is very much the foundations for that early majority. And people estimate 100 to 200 million people in the world. That might be low, but some number of people who have access to or used crypto in some way, that's still pretty small. And so we need to get to like 1 billion people who are using this, and eventually they'll be using it. They won't even know that they're using it, just like you don't know what protocols you're using when you interact with Google. And so I think that's kind of where I think we are.
So let me ask you guys a question, and maybe some of y'all are super smart on here, more smart than me, but does anybody know what the protocols are used for Google? Does anybody know what the protocols are used for IBM? Does anybody know the protocols used for Microsoft? And if you guys do, I want to have y'all on this show. If you know, I want to have you on this show. Like if you know it in depth, because you're going to bring a lot of value, right? But most ordinary people don't. The same way that you don't know the protocols that's happening with the regular banking system that you grew up in. Other than Swift we know, but we don't know all those protocols of messaging and all of the techie stuff. Like it's not important for us to know. We just need to know, give me my US dollar, let me go to the bank, let me put it in, let me get a debit card, let me swipe, get what I need, and I'm happy. But you don't know that protocol, right? And so I believe it's the same thing for crypto. Most people are not going to know the protocol, XRP, and that's why they don't name XRP in these things, right? What do you think, Trav?
No, I definitely agree, bro, because, ever since I started researching into this stuff, You know, you ask people what Swift are, they'll be like, they might know. They'd be like, yeah, I know what it is, but they don't know. They really don't. So no, I definitely agree, bro. I definitely agree. And I feel like we're definitely in the chasm right now. And I feel like the chasm has been created so that they can solve the problem.
The chasm has been created. And the thing is, I was listening to something the other day. I don't remember where it was, but it made some sense to me, bro. And maybe you've heard this too, or some of you all, but I think I might've been on Twitter, or maybe I was on, I don't know, YouTube, but they were talking about how a lot of the, okay, so the thing about crypto is you have these layer one protocols. Layer one protocol is an original blockchain, right, family? So Cardano, XRP, XLM, these are Bitcoin, Ethereum. These are layer one projects, original blockchains. Now, you have layer twos that are built on layer ones, right? Which are your tokens, okay, your token ecosystem. But here's the thing, no token will ever have more, what is it, a larger market cap than an original blockchain. So that should let you know that it doesn't matter what project is built on XRP, Casino Coin, Sologenic, Flare. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's built on XRP. XRP will always be the leader. It will always be the leader. That's why Ethereum, you got the Ethereum free pass, right? The Ethereum free pass, like Ethereum, you got all these projects that's built on the Ethereum, but Ethereum's still number two. Ethereum's still number two in market cap. Why? Because you have all these projects that's pumping into it. So Ethereum is safe for now, but Ethereum is safe, all right? But these other protocols you will see start to drop off before Ethereum. Those are the ones that's falling into the chasm. That's what they meant by falling into the chasm. So XRP, XLM, you'll have a bunch of different projects, Casino Coin, all the, and what we'll see is they'll start to fall into the chasm, and then you'll see XRP jump over into the top. And now everybody's like, oh my God, let me get some XRP. It's at $100. Let's go, XRP. It's too late. It's not too late at $100, but it's too late. All right, it's too late. So I had a few more things to show you guys before I pass this over, so Travis can also share his screen. And so Travis, again, I'm pretty sure you already saw this as well, and some of you guys may have saw this, but Ripple, all right, Japanese mega bank, all right, acquires Ripple partner SBI Holdings.
I actually didn't get a chance to look into this, but I definitely saw it.
Okay. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Well, let's get into the rabbit hole.
I'm glad you're covering it, bro.
Heck yeah, let's do it, man. That's what we're here for, right? Like. So I'm excited because this right here all right. I'm gonna be real with you guys. When I first saw this, I was a little afraid because they threw some FUD on the title. Like the FUD they threw, the fear, uncertainty, and doubt was crazy on the title. And I'm like, oh my God, they was like, is Ripple over? Could Ripple be done? Japanese mega bank acquires SBI Holdings. I'm like, oh my God, no, please don't let it be a mega bank that does not believe in blockchain technology. But I had to read further. All right, so check this out. John Deaton, all right, who's John Deaton, guys? Who is John Deaton? He's the lawyer, all right, for Ripple, okay? Just shared a new update that could likely affect the valuation of Ripple and further increase mainstream adoption of the blockchain project. Deaton shares that Japanese bank Sumitomo Mitsui Financial Group just acquired a major stake in the company SBI Holdings, which is known to be a major owner in XRP. SBI Holdings and Ripple have a well-rounded partnership where even the president of SBI Holdings has served on the Ripple board, which we know about for the last 2 years, right? Now, the acquisition of a large stake of SBI Holdings by the Japanese bank was estimated to be around $590 million and could likely mean major changes in the company will start to utilize XRP in the future. I really went into this, started to deep dive. And so right here, it says, in this case, the deal looks very logical, given SBI's position in Ripple, which can be considered the best in the development and implementation of the corporate crypto solutions. All right. The deal that was achieved will also mean new benefits for the bank, as well as this would give the bank access to new customers. So with SBI, this was smart. With SBI allowing for them to come in and put in over $500 million worth of money into their and buy a portion of this company. All right. Now what that does is that positions SBI and Ripple to now have access to a larger Japanese stakeholder, right? Because we all know that SBI Holdings is in Japan or China. Which one? Japan. So they're in Japan as well, right? And so this is only going to what? This is only going to increase the use of users around through there for cross-border payments, right? Ultimately. So that was the first breaking news that I saw, which was pretty dope, right? But then also there were a couple of other partnerships for Ripple that I wanted to bring up. But before we bring that up, I wanted to show you guys this right here, right? And so this thing right here was from the World Economic Forum Toolkit for 2020, and they mentioned XRP as a wholesale CBDC. So I'm going to zoom in right here. All right, again, everything is here: digital payments ecosystem and landscape evaluation. In this section, the policymaker considers whether and how the domestic and international digital currency and payment ecosystem influence decisions around CBDCs. So most relevant for retail CBDCs, and then most relevant for wholesale CBDCs. You got to remember, guys, XRP is for the banks, XLM is for us. That's why they're partnering with MoneyGram. XRP, and I actually learned that from Travis, right? Travis called me, was like, yo, XRP, I figured it out, dude. XRP is for the banks, XLM is for us. I said, oh my God. And this really proved it, right? Because we talk about retail CBDCs versus wholesale CBDCs, right? We won't be doing wholesale CBDCs, right? That doesn't make any sense for us. So examples, so domestic or overseas payment service providers, PSPs, right? Examples, Alipay and WeChat in China, Swish in Sweden, Venmo in the US. Fast retail payment systems, right? Examples, you have IBPS in China, right? You have the IMPS in India. You got the BIR in Sweden, right? Then they talk about globally available cryptocurrencies. Examples would be Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? And then you have stable coins. Examples, Century Foundation's USDC. They also put Tether on here, Libra token, Gemini dollar, MakerDAO's DAI, and Paxos Standard. So these are what they're looking at. These are the ones that they're looking at to be the technologies that they need to push these policies through. Now we move down to wholesale CBDCs. Okay, now check this out. Innovation in existing legacy market infrastructures. Example, SWIFT, all right? Crypto assets designed for interbank or intrabank payments and settlements. You got JP Morgan coin and XRP, okay? XRP, all right? So XRP is everywhere, family, and we're gonna continue to bring you the news on the XRP. Now, another thing that I wanted to share with you guys before I show you is this right here, all right? Another partnership for XRP, all right? Lian Global launches US cross-border wallet for e-commerce retailers and entrepreneurs. Now, this was big because they're not going to say it on their website, but they use all the languages. And that's why I said understanding the languages is very important, because other cryptocurrencies don't use the same languages as XRP does in their descriptions, right? And so Lian Global, a leading global cross-border payment service provider, today announced the launch of its multi-currency cross-border wallet after securing licenses to operate in all 50 states. Now, that was interesting because, where is it? Sorry, guys, here we go. So Lian achieves, and this was December of 2021. So this already happened. Lian, all right, which is also a huge, they are a huge partner for XRP Ripple, all right? Lian achieves money transmitter license in all 50 US states. So now this this gives them this gives them the success to be able to legally transmit money through all 50 states. And Lien, if you guys didn't know, all right, Lien is where, let me see. Wanted to go to their website. I thought I had their website up, guys. I'm sorry. I might have closed it by mistake, but Lien, okay, let me see. 1 second, guys. Okay, Lien Global helps more than 1 million e-commerce store customers grow their cross-border businesses. So that's what they do, right? They literally help big businesses, e-commerce companies, to be able to grow their cross-border businesses. Right now, this was huge. All right, this was a huge win for XRP when it comes on a global scale, right? Now I have a few more things, but I want to pass it over to my brother Travis so that he also can drop some bombs on you guys. But you know, we have more partnerships for XRP Ripple. We may save them for next Thursday. I mean, for Thursday, I don't know, depending on how much time we have here. But Travis, take it from here, bro. Let's get it.
All right, let's get it, bro. So, family, I'm not going to waste any time at all right now. I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to share my screen real quick. So, right off the bat, I want to show you guys a hearing that happened on June 23rd. And just pay attention to the language right at the beginning of this video. So this hearing is from the House Agriculture, the U.S. House Representatives Committee on Agriculture. The title of the hearing was "The Future of Digital Asset Regulation, Commodity Exchanges, Energy and Credit."
Even if briefly. And thank you all for joining me today in that first hearing as chair of the Commodity Exchanges, Energy and Credit Subcommittee, and welcome to the hearing we're calling "The Future of Digital Asset Regulation." Today's hearing is a good opportunity to engage market experts at the CFTC, digital asset stakeholders, and academics in a discussion on the effectiveness of current regulation of a continuously evolving digital assets market, and how to address regulatory concerns in any future framework. Since the launch of Bitcoin in 2009 and the creation of the Ethereum blockchain in 2013, there's been, to put it mildly, rapid and expansive growth and innovation in both the diversity and volume of digital asset products available. A digital asset can be a virtual currency, an investment opportunity, or traded on an exchange. And the novel nature of these assets, the complexity of them, and how investors and consumers use them should say a lot and will say a lot about how they should be regulated.
Should say a lot and will say a lot about how they will be regulated. So this is the chair of a CFTC committee, the Commodities Futures and Trading Commission. Just like this hearing, the future of digital asset regulation. That's what the title of that hearing was. So before I jump into my next topic, and that was just a little brief overview of how I'm going to finish up this episode of today's Coffee and Crypto of the Oh My Crypto Network. So the Bank for International Settlements. What is the Bank for International Settlements? The Bank for International Settlements is an international financial institution offering banking services for national central banks and a forum for discussing monetary and regulatory policies. The regulatory policies. The BIS, which is owned by 63 national central banks, also provides independent economic analysis. So, headquartered in Basel, Switzerland, the Bank for International Settlements is often called the central bank for central banks because it provides banking services to institutions such as the European Central Bank and the Federal Reserve, which is the American Federal Reserve. So the reason why I brought that up is because the BIS just announced on June 25th the renminbi liquidity arrangement. Now, the renminbi is the Chinese currency. The renminbi liquidity arrangement will provide liquidity through a reserve pooling scheme to participating central banks from the Asian Pacific region. So it's interesting that Vince brought up today the Asian Pacific region. He brought up SBI, which is a major Ripple partner. So all of you should all know now that Ripple is a major partner in Asia. They're a major force in Asia. So moving further, the Bank for International Settlements announced today a renminbi liquidity arrangement, which has been developed with the People's Bank of China, PBOC. Well, they have PBC here, but it's PBOC, to provide liquidity to central banks through a new reserve pooling scheme. The RMBLA aims to provide liquidity support and can be utilized by participating central banks during future periods of market volatility. Each participating central bank contributes a minimum of RMB 15 billion, or US dollar equivalent, which is about $2.2 billion in US dollars, creating a reserve pool. It's placed with the BIS and creating a reserve pool. The arrangement initially includes a group of central banks in Asia and the Pacific, including Bank of Indonesia, Central Bank of Malaysia, the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, the Monetary Authority of Singapore, and the Central Bank of Chile, as well as the PBC. So they're providing liquidity. They're making a big, large pool of liquidity. So they're going to be providing it. The arrangement initially groups. The reserve pooling provides additional features, as participating central banks would not only be able to draw down on their contributions, but would also gain access to additional funding through a collateralized liquidity window operated by the BIS up to an amount equivalent to the central bank's share of collateralized liquidity window. So they'll be able to take more money than they put in, up to the amount of what they put in. The BIS, as a bank for central banks, is well positioned to implement this arrangement, given its existing banking relationships with central banks and a highly liquid and flexible balance sheet. The BIS has over time worked with major reserve currency issuing central banks to assist in the implementation of part of liquidity support packages provided by these central banks. Keyword, part of liquidity support packages. So that's where I want to go into.
That's big, bro.
Liquidity Hub. So Liquidity Hub supports a variety of digital assets and connects organizations to a rich set of liquidity venues, including exchanges, market makers, and OTC desks, to source optimized pricing via smart order algorithms. So here you have the graphic of Liquidity Hub. Now, this is where these businesses are going to be able to source different cryptocurrencies through the Liquidity Hub. So that is literally what was, this graphic is literally what was just explained in this slide with the renminbi liquidity arrangement. So you first hear Vince go over how there's major Ripple partners in Asia. Well, these are all Asian banks in the Asian Pacific region, central banks. Now here we have this guy. He is the economic advisor to the BIS. Listen to what he has to say.
Type system enables you to do is to avoid the current practice, which is to say, if I want to make a payment to a, on behalf of my client, to a supplier on another continent, what you need to do is to hold a deposit in a bank in that jurisdiction, ideally, and then just.
That's nostro vostro. You have to hold a deposit in a bank in another jurisdiction. There's currently $27 trillion locked up in nostro vostro accounts that are sitting idle.
Call up the bank and say, look, debit my account and credit the account of the supplier. And if you don't have an account, you have to use a correspondent bank. And if you don't even have a correspondent bank with a deposit in that jurisdiction, you need to string along a whole host of different correspondent banks. Now, for that system to work, you need to hold balances at all of these different parts of the chain. And in a way, it's going back to the origins of supply chain financing, where the credit function and the payment function all are bundled together. And so it's incredibly intensive in terms of liquidity, and there are it's incredibly intensive in terms of liquidity, and there are the operational challenges all along the chain. What this kind of platform can do is to just short circuit all of that. And of course, what you would need to do is, of course, convert some of your deposits into tokens. Yeah. So you cannot avoid tying up some of your deposits somewhere, but you can just do it once. And let's say just hold it in London. And then the tokens can circulate everywhere, without having to, lock up liquidity at different points, around the world. Lock up liquidity at different points and circulate everywhere, without having to, lock up liquidity at different points, around the world, together with all the other problems that go along with that. Now, how far are we from seeing these things in action? Well, we've done experiments and they work. What we need to do is to make sure that we can actually build this to scale, and build it so that they have the resilience that will really, stand the test of real world use. But the technology is pretty clear, and this is not experimental technology. Technology is pretty clear, and this is not experimental technology. So what this?
All right, so the technology is pretty clear. This is not experimental technology. So we have now the BIS announcing the RENMINBI liquidity arrangement. He was just describing Ripple XRP and ODL without saying it. He was just describing Ripple XRP and ODL on-demand liquidity while describing the RENMINBI liquidity arrangement. Now, the reason why I showed you guys this video to show you guys the future of digital asset regulation is because I wanted you guys to understand that the CFTC, the Commodities and Futures Trading Commission, is the one that will regulate most digital assets, because the regulatory overhaul, the bill that Senator Cynthia Lummis and Kirsten Gillibrand just introduced to legislation a few weeks ago, would give crypto regulatory overhaul, would treat most digital assets as commodities under CFTC oversight. I'm going to tie it all together right now. So we have ISO 20022, right? So this is the Registration Management Group member list. They have a group of 37 delegations from the following member entities. These are the entities that oversee and are in control of and have the biggest say in ISO 20022 as a messaging standard. So I want to show you guys something. Who sits on there? The CFTC, the Commodities and Futures Trading Commission. This is not a new document. This is the same document, but this is not a new group. So it's interesting to me that the Commodities and Futures regulatory overhaul is going to be giving oversight, excuse me, the new bill is going to be giving oversight to the Commodities and Futures Trading Commission, because they've been sitting on the ISO 2022 Registration Management Group for a long time. Who else is on there? Ripple. But who else is on there? MasterCard, JP Morgan Chase, largest bank in America, Bloomberg, Mojaloop, Ripple partner, Visa. So I hope that was, you know, a little bit of clarity as to, you know, basically what's already happened behind the scenes that we're just in the general public not really aware of. This is all a done deal already, folks. This legislation, it's not new. It's not new in any sense. They just show it to us when they want to.
Heavy. Appreciate you, bro. I have a few more things. If you guys would like for me to show y'all a few more partnerships, drop a 7 in the chat box. If y'all not enthused about it, we can go ahead and end it right here. But if y'all want, if y'all like, but look, here's the thing though. Before I do that, before I do y'all a favor, I need a favor. All right. Y'all already know. If I'm gonna scratch y'all back, you got to scratch mine. All right. We are 3 subscribers away from 100 subscribers. Is there anybody on this call right now that doesn't subscribe to us? Go ahead and drop a me in the chat box. If you don't know about us on YouTube, you're not subscribed, drop a me. If you listen, drop a me. I need to know. Is there anybody that's not subscribed to our channel? Because I know all y'all ain't subscribed. All right, everybody ain't subscribed. All right, don't be playing me. All right, don't be playing with me. All right, I know everybody not subscribed on here. So if you're not subscribed, go ahead and drop a me in the chat box. All right, the reason why I ask is because of this. All right, we need to go ahead and get to 100 subscribers before this call is out. All right, so if you have not subscribed, click this link right here. All right, Miss O'Neill, click that link right there. All right, I need 100 subscribers before I show anything else. I need to see 100. We still at 97. We're gonna hold it out till we get to 100. Trav, we're gonna get to 100 today. We're gonna get to 100 today, Trav. We're gonna get to 100 today. Look, sometimes you gotta bully your way there. We at 98. We almost to 100. Sometimes you gotta bully your way there. You know what I mean? Big bully. We 2 subscribers away. If I don't get 2 subscribers, I'm not sharing this last information, man. Straight up. Straight up.
I got somewhere to be, so I'm not.
Straight up. But we 2 subscribers away. So look, since we can't get to 100 subscribers, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold this information until next week. All right, I'm gonna hold this information until Thursday. I mean, y'all need to invite some new people on the call. Y'all need to look. If everybody already subscribed, you gotta invite some people on the call, or go create a new YouTube page and subscribe. Whatever you gotta do. All right, but we had 99. We 1 person away. We 1 person away. I'm not playing no games. All right, look. They thought I was playing. I'm not playing, Trav. I need to see 100.
But in the meantime, while we wait, we got till about 10:04. It's 10:02 right now. So we don't get to 100 by 10:04. That's it. That's all you're gonna have to wait till Thursday. But while we do wait, I just want to remind you guys, family, that we do have the digital entrepreneurship loan.
Yeah, we do.
For you that are looking to get some funding, that you have a great credit profile, a great credit score. If your credit is where it needs to be, we can get you funding up to $50,000. Now, we had $500,000 in funding when we started. It is now down to about $400,000 in funding. So it will be moving fast in these next coming months. It's going to run out. Now, not only can we get you funding, we can also repair your credit. I have a partnership with an educator on the Driven platform who is an expert credit repair. And We can get you credit repair. We can get you funding so that you can enter into our crypto mentorship program.
Awesome. Awesome. And guess what?
Did we
Just
hit
like
100?
that. Just like that. We hit 100. You know what I mean?
Hey!
So I'm finna go 100 for y'all. Yo, shout out. Look, live on the call. We're live and direct. Show some respect. All right, we just hit 100 subscribers. And look, I don't care how we got there, but we got there, Trav. You know what I mean? Hey, I don't care how we got there, but we got 101. We are 101. You know what I mean? So we on our way to 200. So shout out to everybody. Yo, you know what I'm saying? We get monetized at 1,000. You know what I mean? So we're gonna get to 1,000 subscribers. Yep. So I'm on our way to 200,000. Man, we on our way to 200,000. You know what I mean? We about to pipe this thing up, man. But look, just like this, look, let me just go ahead and show y'all so y'all know ain't no cap in our rap. All right, let's reload it up real quick. And just like that, we had 101 subscribers. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the fam. All right, we appreciate y'all. Sorry we had the bully, you know what I mean? Bully our way there. But yo, I promise you it was well worth it. So the information that I got for y'all right now, I want to show you guys a couple of partnerships. All right, this is just extra value. All right, and I'm gonna keep the recording going. I'm gonna keep the recording going, but I want y'all to check something out. All right, Impale. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Impale, but Impale launches the next generation alternative to Swift, SEPA, on the XDC network. Is anybody investing in XDC? Drop some XDCs in the chat box on YouTube, man. Let us know if anybody has invested into XDC, right directly on Uphold. You get on Uphold, you get on BitTrue. But I want to show you guys what's going on. All right, Impale and the XDC network today announced the official launch of Impale, an alternative solution platform for quickly and securely sending ISO 20022 compliant financial messages. It includes the option to add XDC as collateral for instant settlement and bridge to the R3 Corda platform for future-facing banks and fintechs, not just regular banks, but the ones that's focused on the future. Right now, I was really excited about this, guys. Right, and check this out. Check this out. XDC's network native coin as collateral in the financial messages payload instead of the current 2+ day standard commonly used across the financial services industry. All right, through the central banking system and settlement through Nostro Vostro accounts. Trillions of dollars that is locked up in Nostro Vostro liquidity will be able to be unlocked and utilized through the ZenFin network. Guys, listen, the only cost for banks and FIs is the XDC's network's near zero gas fee for sending messages and payments, which is only a fraction of a cent per transaction. The financial transactions can be rolled up into just one message, meaning that multiple messages can be sent in one transaction, allowing for customization that meets the demands and desires of the involved parties. Hold up. Through the R3 Corda, XDC network bridge, XDC value can move freely. Steve Harvey told you to be free in your investments. They can now move it freely between the between the Corda public network and the XDC network's public blockchain. Let's go, family. We are literally investing into the future. We're doing it whether people know it or not. And this is Impale's website right here. It's all over their website, redefining the standard for cross-border payments and financial messaging. That's what they're doing, family. I'm so excited. All right, I'm literally elated on this information that we're able to get here, man.
Oh, I'm so excited for XDC. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, people don't even realize XDC is a straight monster. There's $1 quadrillion in the derivatives market that is being ready to be utilized on XDC in the trade finance sector. Dollars in the making.
Let's go. Hey, and I want to show y'all something else. I found this article right here. Y'all know I got to keep, look, I got nothing about, I probably should save this, but it's just so much value.
I gotta go.
All right, I'm gonna save it. You got, look, you guys catch us on here next Thursday, man. Travis gotta go. Hey, look, Travis, if you need to get out of here, perfect. What I want to do is just allow for anybody that has any questions, concerns, comments, to make sure you guys raise your hand. Y'all already know how we like to do it. One thing you like, loved, and learned about this call. We really appreciate you all for being here. You guys being here is literally keeping us going, keeping us flowing. And if anybody does have anything you'd like to share, perfect. And remember, we do have funding. All right, so if you're trying to get into the Vincent Owens Group, all right, our yearly program is $3K. We can help you get that funded and also help you fund another business venture. We can fund you up to $50,000 right now through our digital entrepreneurship loan. All right, if you are interested, what you want to do is text, all right, which actually, no, you don't got to text anything. What you want to do is, let me see if I actually have the, let me see if I can get that link for you all really fast. Travis, if you have it, cool. But our Google Forms link, I do want to make sure I get that for you guys. Here it is. I think I got it right here, guys. Oh, no, that's not it. All right, there it is. All right, we have an assessment. All right, if you guys have not filled out the assessment, feel free. I am going to send this over to you all right now through the chat. 1 second. All right. If anybody is interested in getting started with the Vincent Owens Group, continuing learning this information, continuing, and you need that one-on-one hands-on coaching, click this link. Fill out this Google Doc right here. This is no commitment. It's just filling out a doc. So just fill this out so we at least know that you're interested. Fill this out. What we'll do is either myself or Travis will be reaching out to you today to help you and walk you through how you can actually get funding. If you have a great credit score, perfect. Listen, I know in these times, one of the major things that people tell us is, hey, I don't have the money. We're in a recession. Gas prices is up. Cool. But guess what? Wealthy people go and find the money. And I want to show you guys how we can help you find that money to help you launch a business that maybe you're trying to launch, right? Maybe you have a business that you need to launch, or maybe you're just like, you know what, I need some money to get my education, and also I need some money to be able to put into my trading account. Whatever you need, we got you. All right. Don't allow for this funding to go out the door. Like for real. Some of y'all went out there and got PPPs. Some people went out there and got all types of stuff. All right. I'm telling you, if you went and did that and you didn't do well with that money, all right, we have a way for you to go ahead and invest that money so that over the next couple of years, all right, you will be in a better position. Because the worst thing to say is I don't have the money. So with that being said, we appreciate each and every single person for hopping on this call. It looks like nobody has anything to say, no questions, no comments, no concerns. So yo, Travis, we did a great job. This was episode 18, and we will see you guys on episode 19. All right, have an amazing day. Make sure you guys fill out, if you felt like this was awesome, make sure you fill out that form that we just dropped right there, and we'll be reaching out to you today. Thank y'all so much and have an amazing day. Peace.